Joe, however, has never been less open to playing the part of a lone shooter landing for brief respites in between storms. She recently found a new field operative in Cruz, and she has a pleasant family life and a solid marriage. However, the suicide device at the border has just made her more determined to face the challenges head-on. After learning that her ruptured artery will be fatal if it tears again, she tells Neal in the hospital, "I'm trying to find a way to be okay with walking away. However, you cannot fucking guilt me, argue with me, or love me into doing it, I have to find it." The last section is undoubtedly the most painful for Neal, who recently told his wife that he wouldn't live if she died at work. In keeping with her work-life balance, she becomes even more direct with Byron later on when they are talking about the mission's next phase, which Mullins has instructed be, to show Iran and China that we aren't the only nation with an open border. The 2 Chinese nuclear scientists will be intercepted at an Iranian air base in order to do that. The empire will retaliate. Joe, meanwhile, has never been less open to the role of lone gunman landing for brief periods of peace between storms. Her marriage is solid, her family is content, and she recently found a replacement field operative in Cruz. However, the suicide bomb at the border has only made her more determined to face the devil's aces as quickly as possible. "I'm hunting how to make peace with walking away," she tells Neal in the hospital after learning that her torn artery will prove fatal if it tears again. "But I have to find it, and you can't fucking guilt me, you can't reason me, and you can't love me into doing it." Neal has just told his wife that he won't survive if she dies at work, so that final part is undoubtedly what hurts the most. In keeping with her work-life balance, she becomes even more direct with Byron later on when they are talking about the mission's next phase, which Mullins has instructed be, to show Iran and China that we aren't the only nation with an open border. The 2 Chinese nuclear scientists will be intercepted at an Iranian air base in order to do that. The empire will retaliate. Unbelievably, the deck has been rearranged to accommodate our Lioness's abilities. Joe is authorized to lead the operation from the field, and sending in a helicopter to hit nearby is their most secret way to illuminate the targets in Iran. When she explains her true motivation for being there, "I can't walk away on a loss," Byron is slightly persuaded to allow Joe to travel to Iran, even if she vows not to leave the base. The final stretch of this mission couldn't be further from where it began, and the chances of finding any redemption in it, even if they do win, are next to zero. It doesn't bode well for the future of Joe's family, nor for any spy hoping for order as the solution to all this chaos. The sunk cost of these special operations is enough to leave you feeling queasy as the Lioness crew boards the plane to Iran. "This one's going to be spicy," Joe says, stoking her comrade's bloodlust before making a devastating final phone call to Neal.